It's your boy MC Shadow. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It does help on my channel get into the algorithm. I'd highly appreciate it. Just tap on the subscribe, the like. It's free. It don't cost anything. You'll help my channel. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about, like the title says, no, we are not here clout chasing. No, we're not here to stir shit up. None of that. Basically, what this video is that clearing stuff up, right? See, normally I don't pay attention to the YouTube noise and stuff like that. But I know that YouTube, a lot of people like to speculate and like to spread false information and claiming that it's facts. But sometimes what happens is that even my solid subscribers try to explain stuff for me, but the stuff that they're saying is not actually what's going on. So, I came to speak on it myself. Now, first of all, when it comes to YouTube, right, and YouTubers, I got no problem with no YouTuber. There's no issues. I don't ever come on here throwing subliminals, even though people think that, oh, he's throwing subliminals to this channel or this channel. It's never that. Trust me, when I have an issue or if I'm speaking on a specific channel, I always say that, oh, I'm talking about this channel and I disagree with this channel's, whatever. There's no need for me to come and do subliminals. I'm not a little kid. I don't fear no one. There's no reason for me to do subliminals. Whenever I'm talking about a specific channel, I always make sure I name that channel. So for people to be thinking that I'm talking about this or that and this, when it's like, bro, I'm talking about overall. Don't act like if you know who I'm talking about, because it's not about a specific person. It's about the overall situation. You know what I mean? For people to be automatically assuming that it's for this or that or that. Whenever it's about specifics, I always name specifics. You go back and look at it, I always name specifics. So for people to be automatically assuming and acting like you know what's going on when you have no idea, it only looks foolish. Because there's certain channels on here that I don't mess with, right? For whatever reason, those are my reasons, right? Because people always they always bring up Gunner's Collective, right? Me and Gunner used to be cool. I had interviewed him. That's no secret. Not something I'm trying to hide or nothing like that. You act like if I care. You know what I mean? I know who I talk to and the specific people I talk to before I ever do a video. So you're trying to act like if you know the program when you know nothing. Because I know how to carry myself. I know who to talk to. And I know what needs to be done before I ever do a video. So don't try to act like you know the program. Me and Gunner's fall off was our personal reason, that I have never talked about and I will never talk about. Because it's not for the internet to know. We have our reasons, and that's just it. The reason why he has never spoken on it, and because he knows that I will never speak on it. Because I'm a man of my word, and I'm a solid one. My drama's not meant to be thrown on the internet and stuff like that. Like, if it's crazy or try to persuade people away from his channel, that's nonsense. That's little kid shit. That's weenie shit. It's not what solid ones do. But it's personal reasons for, and then he just does him and I do me. Plain and simple. Certain reason why I don't mess with certain channels like Flaco. I have nothing against a Converse perspective. I just don't mess with him for my personal reasons. And people could be like, oh, well, they both fell off, so how could you mess with one, not mess with the other? You don't know politics. Don't try to act like you know the program. Norteños and Sureños politics are different. So what makes you fall off in the northern side won't make you fall off in the southern side and vice versa. To act like if you know why people go their separate ways. So why maybe they fell off over here. If it was this politics, they wouldn't have fell off and vice versa. So don't try to act like you know what's up. But if there's one thing we can agree on is certain things, and that's the reason why we don't mess with certain channels. No offense to them. No shots at them. That's the reason why I never come and speak against them or tell people to, steer away from the channel. For what? What am I going to get out of that? These are people that are not gang related. Why would I tell them to not mess with a person? They're not gang related, so why should they apply to those rules? It's one thing I had said too. Shout out to the West Coast Graffiti Show. Go subscribe to his channel. He was doing a live, right? And a caller had called in, and I guess this caller, I don't, a box or something like that. I don't know. See, people think that I know what's going on in the YouTube genre, the prison. They think I watch these channels because they watch those channels. I don't watch these channels, bro. I hardly watch, these kind of channels. I'm always on sports channel or educational channels. Not everybody watches the same shit you do just because you watch it. Some of us are into our own other things. So don't assume like we all on the same page. We're not. So this channel, I never even heard of this channel until I was watching his live or whatever. And people were saying, hey, this person's got, wooty wooty woo. So, homie was like, hey, well, I'm gonna have to let you go. And I told homie, why, bro? You're not gang related. You're allowed to talk to whoever you want, bro. Doesn't matter if they're fell off, if they're a snitch or whatever, bro. You're not gang related. Those rules don't apply to you. Because if people are gonna start living by those rules, if they're not gang related and they're gonna want to live by those rules, not talk to people that are associated or for whatever thing, then they might as well go get jumped into a gang since they're gonna live by those rules. Then just go get jumped into a barrio since you're already living by those rules and dictating, like those rules. I'm not talking about West Coast Graffiti. I'm talking about in overall in general people that are not gang related. You might as well go get jumped into a barrio if you're gonna live by those rules. Those rules don't apply to everyday people. And that's where people got it confused. See, I know you hear it in the comments because people try to act like they know how things are. That they're like, you can't talk to this person or that person, or you can't do this. Those people that are putting all that information on there don't know a goddamn thing. That's why they're on there typing and acting like if they're solid by throwing it out there, by pointing that out. You're just as bad as the person committing the acts now by throwing it out there. You don't know what's up. Don't act like you do. Because real individuals that know what's up are not putting it out there like that. People act like they know what people can say and can't. You want to know why these channels are up there and they're still chilling with their homies and kicking it and everything like that? You guys see it, you know what I mean? Like a Hater World, Neil Dazad, American Cholo, and he could still have homeboys around him and no one tripping or whatever. It's for or Dubs. It's for a reason. Don't act like you know that people are dropouts now or they can't mess with this person or that person. You don't know what's up. There's a reason why these individuals could still hang around real ones around them. And you're right there scratching your head like, but how is that possible if these guys are no... Exactly. You don't know what's up. You don't know the program. Keep trying to guess. Keep guessing. Because while people think that people have actually thrown the program out there and they know what's up, y'all don't know a damn thing, bro. That's why you guys are still scratching your heads trying to guess what's happening. You know what I mean? People don't know the program. They can keep trying to guess like they know what's up, but they don't, bro. Honestly, they don't know. So with all of these individuals, their dramas and everything, I don't get involved in people's personal dramas or picking sides. That's individuals' problems. It's not for me to come and be like, this person's right or that person's wrong. Bro, that's between those two individuals. So I'm not going to come in here and try to stir up anything or try to pick sides or whatever. Bro, I could maybe come and give my opinion of the overall matter, but to say that one person's right and one person's wrong when, hey, that's not my beef, dog. I don't know what started it or the ins and outs of it. I think like I was there. You know what I mean? That's why I don't get involved in people's opinions and stuff like that. But people want to try to give their opinion for me. Like, oh, honestly, I think he'll be down with this person. Or honestly, he's with this person. Or, nah, he doesn't like that person. Or like, y'all don't know who I like and who I don't like and stuff like that, bro. Come on now. I mess with people because I want to mess with people. And if I don't mess with them, it's because I don't mess with them. And those are for me to know. And that's it. Because people can speculate what it is, but I'm not going to come on here and take shots at individuals because individuals on here know how I get down. I haven't even reached out to some of these individuals because people were saying that certain videos were about them, that I reached out to these individuals and told them like, man, hey, you know what? Straight up, hey, hey, we don't see eye to eye. We're not on the same page or whatever, but I'm here to tell you straight up that it's not about you. And, you know what I mean? I'm a man, homie, If I got an issue with somebody, I'll get at them directly and let them know what's happening. And if I don't, hey, bro, come on now. For people to try to dictate what it is and what it isn't. And those people could vouch and say what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm not a little kid, bro. I don't get down like that. I know other people get down like that. Hey, how, to everyone meets their own, bro. However you want to live your life, however you want to carry yourself. That's not how I carry myself. So for people to think that automatically everyone carries themselves the same or everyone's got agendas or secret agenda, nah. If I got an issue with an individual, I'll point it out. And it won't even be an issue like that, like where it's like gonna take it to that extreme, bro, because that doesn't belong on the internet or it's meant to be said on the internet. You don't look tough by doing it. Like I have always said it, bro. You don't look hard. You don't look gangster. You don't look, bro. Who are you trying to fool? What games and acts are you trying to play? People to think that you're hard. It's goofy activities. You know, if I really got an issue with somebody, bro, I'll be behind the scenes and it's never gonna get thrown on here. So I'll never come on here and do subliminals. For what? What would I get down? What would I get trying to bring down a channel? What would I get out of it? I'm not gonna get their subscribers or more views like that or nothing like that. I'm not gonna get a damn thing. Except looking like a goofy. Just because you talk shit about a channel, whatever, hoping that their subscribers are gonna be persuaded and now going to you, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard, bro. They're just not gonna fuck with neither of you. You're gonna get nothing out of bringing down a channel, bro. Except maybe because you dislike that person and now because you're not shining, that person's not gonna shine and you're fine with that. Which is petty stuff, bro. It's petty. Like I said, I may not agree with some people's, how they are, their choices, or what they are, bro, but that's just my personal feelings and opinions. It's not for me to try to persuade people to think like me or and stuff like that. I can only worry about me and what I'm doing, what I got going on. Not the world's to try to paint the world in my image or try to think like how I live is right and how they live is wrong. It's personal opinions, bro. And 9 times out of 10, a majority of YouTube audience is not even gang related. So for you try to persuade them or try to make them live by gang related rules is ridiculous. What other rules should they follow? Since we're now applying rules to everyday civilians. That's ridiculous. People forget this is not the streets. This is the internet. Full of a majority of people who are not gang related for you trying to put your rules on them. Get your head out of your ass. You really want to be, keeping it gangster or dictating that gangster shit, whatever, then go to your neighborhood. You know what I mean? You could come and give opinions on stuff and stuff like that, but to try to force people to live by certain rules or see it your way, that's ridiculous, bro. See, people get YouTube confused in what it is and breakdowns and matters. That's why people think that just because one channel speaks on one thing that is the same as how another person speaking about it, but they're two different things. They're not breaking it down the same for you to automatically assume that is the same thing. Why are people mad at one channel and not mad at the other? Because they're not talking about it the same, bro. But see, since you're not from that world and you don't know no better, you automatically can't see that, so you just link it together. But there's a reason why individuals are doing what they do or able to move how they move. There's certain people that can't move that way, and it's for a reason. No shots at them. But to try to make somebody look, less than your channel or, bro, like, you know what I mean? Because I know that there's channels out there that, channels that have fell off or that belong to, SNY gangs or whatever. I'm aware of it. I don't speak about it on my channel just because it's what I choose not to talk about. But that doesn't mean that I have to come on here and insult these individuals or make them less than men when they're not. In the gang world, their choices are looked upon as weak. Doesn't mean that they're weak or they're lame or they're pussies. It's not what that means. It's two different things. Their decision compared to their overall who they are is two different things. Their decision was looked upon weak, not them. See the difference? Because these guys will still get at you and take your life, and we're still the same individuals that were still doing things. It's just that the decision, not them themselves. That's why homies should still be aware and concerned and whatever, because these guys could still get it off the same way. Nothing has changed. But see, people that don't come from this world don't understand that. They go based on what their favorite rapper says. Just because they say that their pussies, oh yeah, it's true, it's true. You don't know. Have you been there? Do you know? Have you seen these individuals in action? Do you know from experience? You don't know, right? You're just repeating what everybody else is saying, repeating the stuff that people who don't even know and have never been there, just because they said it. Now you're repeating it, like if it's facts. So overall, people are speaking without knowing. So it's not for somebody to come on here and insult. I just choose not to speak on them just because, for my personal reasons. Not to try to persuade people to now view it the same way as I do. Why? They're not gang related. What does it matter to them? Why should they follow those rules? So overall, there is no issues with me and nobody on the internet. I don't subliminal. I don't play those games. I know it's not entertaining. It's not fun. That's dull. That's boring. That's whack. Right? Could only be honest, homie. Spencer. But overall, just to clear the airwaves about channels and my opinions on them, bro. We don't play those games. But that's just my opinion. Shadow, we out.